Everyone, can you hear me? Starting the timer. 5 minutes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Some talk about Meet Your Mappers. So I'll come to what it is. I want to talk about why it is first. So I'm always looking. This is OSM Utah. We get together once a month, and it's always a lot of fun. But as you can see, we're a small group, and I always looking to invite more people to join us. And there was not really a good tool to do that. So my questions are, who has been mapping in my city recently? Are any of them new? What are they interested in mapping? And of course, how to get in touch with them. So there's some existing options or things that look like options. And I'm going to briefly touch on those and say why I'm not happy with them. First, there's the openstreetmap.org. If you go to your profile, there's a dashboard, and there's users you can follow. But it's not super useful. There's not really a way to find out users that are actually mapping in your area or see just edits in your area. It's just you can follow individual users based on whatever your own criteria are, but there's no way to meaningfully filter those. Then there's an interesting app that's been around for a long time. It's called Who's Around Me. This is a tool that lets you, in fact, do see mappers who are active around you. You can do some filtering, and it's pretty close to what I wanted, but not exactly. You can't define an area of interest. It's just the extent of the map, which is not always what you want. The options are somewhat confusing to me, at least. You might have more luck with it. You can't sort by the number of changes or any other way that I would like. And you can also not change any of those because it's not open source software. And we all like open source software around here. So I made something new, as one does. It's called Meet Your Mappers. You can go to it right now at mappers.osm.lol. And it doesn't work so well on mobile, so I'm just going to say that up front. So if you're on your cell phone, it will work, but it's like the buttons are all messed up. So it's basically just to discover mappers around you, either because you're interested as a person, as an individual mapper to see who else is busy and what they're working on. Maybe you want to send them a message, or like me, if you want to organize a group to get together. So what I think I like about it is you can define your own area. You can sort mappers by name, number of changes, dates of first and last change. There's quick links to see their change sets and the number of and send them a message through OSM. It's always up to date because the database is updated every minute. So if you make an edit here now and you go to the tool a couple minutes from now, then you'll see your edit show or your username show up. You can download the whole list as a CSV, which is handy if you want to keep a spreadsheet of folks that you've invited already or whatever. You can share the link to your search with someone else, and it's open source. This is what it looks like. You can log in with OSM. That's kind of a requirement just because OSM, yeah, well, I don't know why I need that actually. Maybe it's not needed, but you need to right now. I wanted to learn how to do OAuth on a website. It works. So the next step, once you're logged in, you draw a rectangle or a polygon, so it can be both. Polygon is click, 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 and then double click for the last one to make the polygon complete. And then you click the button, Meet My Mappers. So this is the polygon around the Salt Lake area that I created. And then you wait a few seconds, and then you get a list very much like this, with the usernames sorted by change set count. You can click on any of the column headers to sort it by any of the other columns, basically. So you see first change, last change, username, and the change set count. It's pretty simple. You can export it. Kind of looks like this if you import it into Google Sheets or Excel or whatever. And then you can sort of have your own little fun with it. There's a few limitations. There's no huge area. It's querying the database live, and it's running on a very small machine. A city will work, but a state or especially an entire country will not. And there's a little bit of a safeguard built into the app that if you draw a huge polygon, it will say Data's just for the past year, just because database like size limitations of that small machine I'm running it on. It's deliberate. It's terrible on mobile. That's laziness, but maybe also not that important. I don't really have any immediate other plans for it. I think it's pretty much done. I kind of want to host it somewhere else so I don't have to pay $20 a month for it. Maybe I need it to be a community project that you've heard about before. Yeah, that's it. I mean, 5 seconds left, so that's well timed. Mappers.osm.lol, the source code is available, and thank you very much. Enjoy the conference.